Okay, so let's talk about this really, really quickly, okay? Look, harassment is bad. Banning Holocaust denial? No, you shouldn't ban. Oh no. Oh god, we have Eurocucks. We have Eurocucks and censor bots in chat. Oh god. Guys, I'm sorry. I live in the United States of America, okay? And I believe in free speech. You're fine with deplatforming, but not with hate speech laws, right? Yes, I'm okay with getting banned off Twitter, not with being arrested. There is a really big difference there.
0% of you are subscribed. Fix that.
The difference is that the First Amendment of the United States of America protects you against government punishment for exercises of free speech, with some very limited exceptions. That doesn't protect you from a Twitter TOS ban. You can't tolerate the intolerant. Oh my god. First of all, depending on your definition of harassment, judging from what I see from lefty Twitter, a lot of you fuckers would end up in the slammer if that was actually made a law, okay? Because harassment doesn't just mean racist and sexist. Harassment, like the shit you guys tend to say about fucking conservatives, okay? A lot of you people would end up in the slammer, all right? So don't pretend that this is some matter of like the oppressor fighting the oppressor fighting the oppressed, okay? This is just not good, okay? The First Amendment is important because the state, which already has a lot of power over our lives, probably should have to pass a really fucking high bar in order to arrest and imprison somebody. Literally take away your freedom and your human rights for something you've said, okay? Now, sometimes the things you've said are they do merit that kind of response. So, for example, death threats. But even then, death threats are kind of in a hazy area. How many of you online have jokingly made death threats? I'd be willing to bet a lot of you, okay? Don't fucking lie to me. When investigating death threats, usually it's the severity or like the legitimacy of a legal case against you is determined by the likelihood of you following through on that death threat, okay? Meaning that an offhand Twitter comment probably won't lead to you getting in jail. However, if you make multiple comments and then you have a warrant to your house and then the feds find that you're stockpiling ammunition, that seems like something more worthy of concern. And I agree with that because you've substantiated the threat. It's no longer just speech. Now it's speech indicating intent to commit a real crime. And that is the real concern here. Now, harassment is bad. In some cases, harassment can be something you sue people for. Hold on. Not a fucking lawyer. So the way it works in the United States of America is you have two types of court battles. Well, actually, there are multiple, okay? But there are two types, okay? We're keeping it simple, okay? We have criminal cases and we have civil cases, okay? Criminal cases are when you have done something so heinous that the state is like, hey, motherfucker, you're up against me. In a criminal case, you've done something that is against the law, and now the state is putting charges against you. So if you murder somebody, you're not having a lawsuit brought against you by the brother of the person you murdered. The state is coming up against you. It's the district attorney who's coming up against you, okay? But in a civil case, you can sue another person, but the state doesn't get directly involved. So with regards to civil cases, I think that extensive harassment can be a legitimate thing to sue somebody over, but that's not the same as a criminal case. Like, there are different thresholds for how this is decided. In a civil case, you sue, you put forward the money, you sue for damages, and then you're compensated or if you win your case. And yeah, like, again, I'm not a lawyer, but like, yeah, the criminal cases are something which should require a very high bar. A very, very high bar. You don't need to explain yourself in this small minority of chat being dumb as fucking uncharitable. Yeah, I feel like I could change my mind here. You're not going to change my mind on the state, on the district attorney filing charges against somebody for a Twitter harassment campaign. I'm really, really sorry. Vaush, no, you shouldn't be allowed to openly fly swastika. Oh my God, we have actual anti-free speech people here. Holy shit. Guys, you can't legislate away racism. Fucking Germany has anti-Holocaust denial laws, and Germany has a fuck ton of Nazis. They just get quiet about it, okay? They're just quiet, all right? You can't legislate away racism. If you have a problem with racism, you have to address it culturally, okay? You make it horrible to be a racist, not by fucking arresting them, which makes martyrs out of them, and they form fucking neo-Nazi prison gangs, get out in 10 years, and then end up fucking joining the police, or, well, I guess you can't do that after you've been committed a felony, but whatever. You do that shit, okay? You fight it culturally, all right? You do everything you can to propagate anti-racist values, and you do it wide, and you do it far, and you do it well enough that people aren't racist, not because they're afraid of getting arrested, but because they're afraid of not being able to make friends, okay? That's how you deal with racism, okay? The solution to a person flying a swastika on their front porch is not to call the fucking police and wait 3 years for a fucking criminal case to get them locked in the slammer for a fucking flag they're flying up in the United States of fucking America, where you don't know if they're doing it as a joke. By the way, that's allowed. Even if it's a poor fucking joke, that's something they're allowed to do. That's not something that merits a fucking criminal sentence. The response to that should be to talk to them, or if you think they're a threat, if you think that person is a threat, to fucking ostracize them, okay? Every single time that person walks outside, they should feel the contempt, the eyeballs of every single fucking neighbor they live in, every single person at the dollar store, every single person in the fucking bowling alley. They should feel eyes breathing down their fucking neck every time they go outside. They should know they are hated because of the things they believe. But the solution to this is not to fucking arrest them. If you really want to, if you really think there's something fucked up happening to you, take it to a civil case, okay? Get a fucking lawyer, get a consultation with a lawyer, spend $100 trying to determine the merit of your case, and then go forward and pull them to fucking court, okay? Have them served a deposition, go there, try to get your money, whatever. But I refuse to afford the state the ability to arrest people, to get the district attorney, some of the most powerful legal forces on a local level, sicked on a person because of what they've said or because of a flag they've flown. Okay? That's what the right wants to do for people who jokingly fly ISIS flags. Okay? That's what the right wants to do to people who fly fucking USSR flags. And by the way, you know, I just want you guys to know, by the way, that if you actually start giving the state the power to arrest people for the fucking flags they fly, you know goddamn well that they're coming after the fucking USSR flags too, okay? You know goddamn fucking well they're not stopping at the fucking swastikas, okay? And you can hear all the arguments playing out in the back of your head. The USSR was also a tyrannical government that murdered millions of people. Why should they be allowed? And then all your First Amendment rights go right down the fucking drain, okay? Guys, I make a lot of arguments for the importance of like deplatforming and cultural opposition, but please, God, do not take that and move that over to criminal penalties for free speech. Please, I beg of you. Please, okay? Don't turn into what the right thinks you are. The right thinks you want to take their free speech rights away. The right thinks that you want to infringe on their rights to say or believe what they want. And there are people in chat who are that. Do not denigrate me by believing the things, by becoming the stereotype, okay? Please. You have zero idea how hate speech laws work here? I'm gonna kill myself. Okay.